Alright, today I'm making a video on a u-substitution example, a definite integral example, and the example I choose is the integral from 0 to pi over 2 of cosine of x over 1 plus 3 sine x dx. So I'm going to let u be the expression 1 plus 3 sine x. The reason for that is I'm hoping that when simplified, this will give me square root of u, which is a simpler expression to integrate. And also that you notice that the derivative of u is 3 sine x, 3 cosine of x, which will help me simplify this expression because I have cosine of x dx. So let's let u be 1 plus 3 sine x. Then the derivative of u is 3 cosine of x, which implies that du is 3 cosine x dx, which implies that dx is du over 3 cosine x. Alright, and now what I normally do here is, before I continue doing the integral like we did with the indefinite integral, I calculate the value of u at the two limit points of the integral. So let's calculate u evaluated at x equals 0 is 1 plus 3 times sine of 0, but sine of 0 is 0, so it's 1 plus 0, gives me 1. And u at x equals pi over 2 is 1 plus 3 times sine of pi over 2. But sine of pi over 2 is 1, so it gives me 1 plus 3, gives me 4. Okay, so so now that I have this, I think I have everything that I need to continue doing the integral. So the integral from 0 up to pi over 2 of cosine of x over the square root of 1 plus 3 sine of x dx becomes the integral of cosine of x over the square root of u, because 1 plus 3 sine x is u. Okay, and dx is du over 3 cosine of x. Now the limits change. So with respect to x, we're supposed to integrate from 0 to pi over 2. But when x is 0, u is 1. And when x is pi over 2, u is 4. So I change the limits from 1 to 4 with respect to u. But with respect to x, the limits were from 0 to pi over 2. So when I have dx, I had 0 to pi over 2. When I change it to du, I change it to 1 to 4. Now cosine of x cancels, and that leaves me with 1/3. So that equals, so let me bring this one up right there, and that equals the integral from 1 to 4 of 1 over square root of u times 1/3 du, which is really 1/3 of the integral from 1 to 4 of 1 over square root of u du. This is supposed to look like a 4. Let me fix that. Let's see if I can change that. So from 1 to 4. Now that equals 1/3 of the integral from 1 to 4 of 1 over square root of u is 1 over u to the 1/2. But if you bring that up, it becomes u to the minus a half. And the integral of u to the minus a half is u to the power of a half divided by 1/2. That evaluated from 1 to 4. So add minus a half to 1 to minus a half, it gives you 1/2. And that's why I have u to the power of a half divided by 1/2. Well, this 1/2 underneath, I'm going to flip and multiply it to get 2/3. Sorry. That equals 2/3 times u to the power of 1/2, or actually I'm going to be more fancy and put it as square root of u from 1 to 4. Well, now I'm going to evaluate that with u from 1 to 4. I don't need to change it back to x because I've done all of that, and the limits are now changed in terms of u. So I don't need to change my expression back to x. So that equals now 2/3 of square root of 4 minus square root of 1, which is 2/3 times 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, and that gives me 2/3. And that's my final answer. And thank you. I hope it helps.